Hey guys, so I really didn't have any intention of vlogging today, but I just realized that today makes 1 full month that I have been in LA. And the funny part is, you have not seen a single vlog yet. And if I'm being honest, that's intentional. Initially, I was planning to start posting these vlogs like the first week that I got here. I was going to post the road trip vlog and just share week by week what I was up to. But if I'm being completely honest, I chickened out because I felt like I almost felt like I was like jinxing it. Like I was like, I know that I want to be here permanently, and right now, since I still haven't landed a full-time job yet, it's like I don't want the energy or possibly negativity, because I can't assume that everybody that watches my channel wants the best for me. So I just didn't want to put something out into the atmosphere until it was done. And I talk about that a lot on my channel, of how I don't like to really share a lot of the stuff that I'm going through until I've gone through it. Like, it's like you get to see the journey of it happening, but it's like you see it after I've already gotten to that point. But I still want to show you the journey. I still want to show you the days where I woke up and I was just like, I can't believe I still don't have a job yet, or the days where I was frustrated, or the days where I got rejected. Like, I still want you to see that, but I want you to see it from the lens of, okay, she went through all of that and now she finally got to that point that she was trying to get to. Versus like week by week, moment by moment, I'm sharing with you exactly what's happening, because that just feels a little too personal to me. Like, although I share a lot of my life, I'm actually very private. So that's why I share in a very strategic way, because it's like by the time you've seen it, I've already gone through it. So your opinion at that point is now irrelevant. Versus like when you're in it, like when you're in a really difficult time, it's like you don't want thousands of people giving you opinions on your situation. You know what I mean? Like, although some ideas could be helpful and some ideas might be useful and might be with good intentions, a lot of them might not be. Like, some people might actually be happy that you're struggling, or happy that you're going through a tough time. So yeah, so that's why I chose not to share week by week. Maybe once I like really get settled, maybe I will start sharing more like regular updates on my journey here in LA, and like all the stuff that I'm doing. But for now, it's just gonna be a collection. I don't know, maybe I'll still roll it out like week by week, or maybe I'll just do like the first month in LA and put it all together. We'll see what happens. I never really know how I'm gonna edit a video until I start editing it. So anyway, today I am feeling pretty good. I wasn't feeling the greatest this morning, but I had to basically like shift. I went to church yesterday and the message was about shifting the atmosphere, or just about the atmosphere in general, and just being mindful of what type of energy, what I was just talking about, the type of energy you have in your space, and what, like, the type of people you have in your space. And so yeah, this morning I woke up and I felt myself going into like a rabbit hole of like feeling like that feeling of just not satisfied with how things are moving so slowly. And then I just literally was like, I said out loud, I was like, no. Like, I'm not allowing myself to go there. I immediately put on one of my favorite worship songs that I've been playing on repeat since yesterday. I put that song on, and I just like, it just shifted my mood. And now I'm just like, all right, time to go out and enjoy this beautiful weather. Like, it hit me. I got grateful. I was like, yo, you're literally living the life that you envisioned for so long. Everything is not perfect, but like, you've been wanting to do this for so long. You're here. So like, let's get up, let's go make it happen. Let's go do the things that you've always wanted to do. Like, wake up on a Monday morning and go to a yoga class and go on a hike. Like, this is the stuff that you wanted to do for so long, and now you have the opportunity to do it. So do it, you know? So that shifted everything, because I felt like I just had a perspective and a mindset of gratitude, and not like self-pity and woe is me and why isn't it happening yet. And I was just like, look, girl, because once you start working, you're probably not even going to be able to get up on a Monday morning and just go for a hike. Not for a while, not until you get like planted and grounded, or maybe, you know, you start working for yourself or something. But for now, like, you're going to be getting up going to 9 to 5 like everybody else. So sis, let's make the most of this. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to a yoga class. It's free. It's outside at Running Canyon. And then after that, if I'm feeling good, I'm actually gonna go hike up Running Canyon. And this is my first time ever going alone. I think it'll be okay though. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine because there's lots of other people around there. I've done it maybe like twice in the past, and it was a moderate hike. It wasn't anything too intense, but I'm also very out of shape, so we'll see. As you can see, I took my twist out yesterday. I didn't do anything to my hair, so I need to, after I come back and like chill, I'm gonna like take my hair products and stuff out of my car and do my hair. Probably gonna do a twist out because I don't have the products for a wash and go, and I don't want to buy any more stuff until I'm like settled. Like, I'm really trying to be very mindful of the money that I'm spending, so I think I'm just gonna do something simple like a twist out, wear my hair pulled back for like a few days, and then take it out because I really miss my afro. I just want to see my curls, and honestly I'm probably only gonna wear my hair out for like a week or two, and then I'm really gonna put my twist back in. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So I have my water, I have my journal in case I feel inspired to just do some journaling while I'm up there. I don't think I have a pen, which is problematic. Also, I'm thinking about starting Postmates today. I'll see how I feel after the hike. Like, I was thinking about just trying it, like maybe on my way back I'll just do like one Postmates just to see how it works, to see like how much money I can make from it, to see if it's something that I want to really invest into. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try that on the way back just to see how it goes. So let's get to this class. It doesn't start until 10:30. It's only 9:46, and it's only like a 15-minute drive, but I'm just gonna go early, find parking, just, you know, just so I don't have to rush. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, so I decided to, the sunscreen is burning my eyes. I decided to go to do the hike instead of going to the yoga class because where I'm parked, it's like impossible to find parking over here, but where I'm parked at, you basically can only stay until 12. So I figured I should just be on the safe side and try not to do both because I probably will get my car towed, and that's not what I want to happen out here. So I'm just taking a little rest, sitting at the first little view stop, and then I have to walk up there to get to the next one. It looks pretty steep, but I think I can do it. I'm like so out of shape though. I think doing this is making me realize how out of shape I really am. So wish me luck. Because this is actually taking a lot out of me, which is sad because I used to be in great shape. But you know, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'm just gonna make changes, and this is one of them because this is so close that I could literally come here like every day if I wanted to help me get back in shape. So, guys, I took the wrong trail. I am dying right now, and I gotta get all the way up there. I'm dying. I took the wrong trail. The trail that I thought I was taking was that one over there. The one with the actual path and not just dirt. Ooh. Okay, we can do this. Made it to the top. And if you look closely, let's see. The sign. I'm proud of myself because I really thought I was gonna have to turn back around at one point. So I'm very proud of myself. I did it. I don't know if you guys can really see me, but I think this might be one of the videos that's more so for me than it is for you, to be honest. Alright, we're just gonna have to do an ugly angle. Yeah, so today was one of those days that I found myself, honestly, I would say for like the last couple of weeks I've been feeling this. At first it was like at first it was like everything was fine. Then it started to be like every once in a while I would have these waves of like feeling worried or feeling concerned, and then it's just been this consistent like up and down type of thing, where I find that I often have to really prioritize like my faith, which, if you guys remember, I'm pretty sure I said this before, but I feel like a huge part of the reason why God is like making me pause in this season of just like waiting is because it's like forcing me to pay attention to my relationship with God. Like, it is literally forcing me, because there's days that are going by where it's like I don't have income coming in, I have income going out, and it's almost like I just feel like time is ticking. Like, time is like a reminder of, okay, you have X amount of time, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. And it's like I'm starting to feel that pressure, and I'm also finding myself kind of wanting to like seclude myself a bit. Like, I don't really want to talk to people very often, like people that I know, like my friends and my family, unless it's like my close friends. I don't really want to talk to people about like how I'm feeling and all of that. And I think it's because like I just feel so sensitive right now. I just listened to the sermon on Sunday when I went to church about the people that you have in your atmosphere, and how that can really affect your purpose, how it can affect so many things in your life. And I'm realizing that like I'm in that space right now where I'm just like, I don't even want to share with people where I am, because I don't want any outside energy. Like, at one point I was doing that. At one point I was like, you know, talking to people and stuff, and I just feel like sometimes people put their doubts and their worries on you, right? And if you're in a season of like trusting God, is like you are like I am already going through ups and downs of having faith and feeling like I'm being stretched and feeling like I'm being tested. Some days I feel really overwhelmed. Some days I feel really good. Some moments I feel really overwhelmed. Some moments after that I feel really good. But it's like I just feel like I want to put myself in a little container and just spend time with God and not really interact with the outside world. So yeah, I'm just in this space. And I'm finding that for me, it's best that I keep myself busy. I'm recording this with the thought that, number one, I know that this is not permanent, right? So I'm sharing this as a way for anyone that maybe if you're currently in it, right? Maybe you're currently in a season where you're just like, maybe you're in a season where you feel like, you know, God is just forcing you to just kind of wait and to just trust Him and to be patient and to rebuild your faith and rebuild your relationship with God. And some of the things that have been helping me is staying busy. Like, this week I started a little morning routine for myself where I've been saying for the longest that I want to start working out. So I'm about maybe like 10 minutes away from Running Canyon. So I started my morning routine again, where I get up in the morning and I listen to the word first, I spend some time with God, and then I go to Running Canyon. That's going to be my routine for, honestly, for as long as I'm staying in this area, which will probably be for like the next 2 weeks or so. So that is a part of my routine now. And then something else that I do, like I said, right now I'm listening to the series by Pastor Michael Todd called Marked. So I listened to a video on YouTube to get like my inspiration and my motivation and to just stay on track, because that series is so aligned with where I am right now. And then I have also just been really trying to focus on like, what was the last thing that God told me to do? Because Pastor Michael Ty was talking about how sometimes we're so pressed for God to just reveal the next thing. God, show me the next thing. Show me what you need me to do next. Show me what you have for me. Give me, like, bless me with the opportunity. And sometimes, like, he phrased it as sometimes God is really just waiting for you to do the last thing He told you to do. So today I was like reflecting and journaling, and I was like, God, what is the last thing you told me to do? And that last thing that I was told to do, honestly, was to recommit to hosting the Facebook Lives. the Bible studies and to do it on a regular basis. Now I have one planned for August the 25th, which is like a Sunday, 2 weeks from now. But I know in my hearts of hearts that God just told me to do it. He didn't necessarily say make it a monthly thing, make it themed. Like, I went into over planning mode, and I'm realizing this as I'm saying it, but I went into like planning mode. I went into strategizing, and oh, this could set up perfectly for a group coaching workshop and yada yada yada. God didn't tell me to do all of that. He didn't say to do all of those other steps that I added in there. All he told me to do was to focus on rebuilding the Facebook community activity and to host the Bible studies. That's it. So why do we feel the need sometimes when God tells us to do something to then throw our plan into what he directed us to do and then wonder why we're not hearing anything? Then we really sit, like, I have really been sitting here wondering, like, God, I just feel like I'm not getting clarity on what I'm supposed to be doing next. And then I listened to that sermon today, and he's like, what's the last thing God told you to do? And I'm like, the last thing God told me to do is to have the Bible studies. Have I had one yet? No. I've planned for one on the 25th. I've promoted it. I've made a big deal out of this theme and resources and all this stuff. Like, I got busy doing all this stuff that God never really told me to do. And I was sitting, I was reflecting, and I was thinking, I was like, not only is this something that Pastor Michael Todd talked about in that sermon today, but I can look at my own life and find different times where God told me to do something. I was in a season of waiting. God told me to do something. I did it, and I guarantee you right after I did it, an opportunity fell into my lap. And it's so funny too, because the sermon was also about being sent for. So not you going out in your own will and trying to make things happen, but literally someone finding you and calling for you, coming to find you and being sent for. Now I'm gonna just really quickly go through the list of all the times that I was sent for when it came to stuff exactly like the situation I'm in right now, where it was looking for a job. So one being what the first startup I ever worked at. I was interning for Christina for Love Brown Sugar, and she told me about this company called Vixen, which was a hair company. It was kind of like Amazon, but it was with hair extensions. And not Amazon, Avon or Mary Kay. And she told me about it. I applied, I got the job, right? Foot in the door. That company unfortunately closed because it wasn't doing too well. And I was like, oh shit, God, like what is this? What are we doing? Like, how am I supposed to take care of myself? I'm living by myself. Like, I'm not living with my parents. Like, I have to pay bills. What am I supposed to do? And then I was sent for, as in someone recommended me for a position, and I applied and I got it. The Muse, boom, right? Then after I'm working at the Muse for a while, I, in my own strength, decides that I'm ready to leave here. I don't want to work in New York anymore, and I decide I'm going to apply for jobs in New Jersey. I find a job I wasn't sent for, find a job that was not sent for, and guess what happened? I ended up hating it. I ended up hating it. I was so unhappy. I was probably the most depressed I had been in like so long, and I was miserable. And then I'm at this job for like 8 months, and I would say probably around like the 6th or 7th month, I finally shifted my perspective, and I was like, God, what do you want me to do here? I know that this is not where I'm supposed to be, but this is where I am right now. So I'm just asking for a clear direction on what you want me to do in this season. And it became so clear to me that what I was sent to that company to do was to shift their perspective. I was there to plant seeds, right? To help them shift their mindset and to see that they don't have to operate in this old-fashioned way that they've been operating in for years. And I promise you, I talked about this in my manifestation episode on my podcast. I promise you, once I did what God told me to do, and I did it with a smile on my face, and I did it with a true sense of joy in my heart, I was sent for. A recruiter reached out to me on LinkedIn about a position at LinkedIn, and that's how I was working there for the last like 8 months or so that I was there. Now, I say all that to shed light on the fact that, one, that sermon that Pastor Michael Tye was preaching was so real, that like when you are walking in God, like he was using David as an example, but like David was sent for. He was sent for when he was out in the field doing what he was assigned to do. He was sent for. They went and got him. He was the one that was left, the son that was left out, that nobody counted, and they sent for him, anointed him king, and then he went back to doing what he was told to do. Which is so crazy when you think about it, because that's kind of like us. That's definitely how I feel sometimes. I'm like, God, you giving me a glimpse. You giving me a drop in the bucket of what I'm supposed to be doing. You've allowed me to speak on these stages. You've allowed me to be in the room with people that I'm like, how am I even in here? You've allowed me these opportunities that feel so much bigger than who I am and where I am sometimes. So I'm like, I know that this vision that I have for myself is possible, but it's clearly not time yet, because you give me a taste and then you send me back to what I was doing. What I've been struggling with is the being sent back part. I'm like fighting God, like, no, but this is it, so let's do it. David didn't do that. David was obedient and realized that it was not the time, so he went back in the field to do what he was called to do until it was time for him to show up and show out. But guess what? Because he had been consistent in the field, he was anointed, he was assigned, and he still went back and did what God told him to do. That was his preparation season. When he stepped out of that season, he was prepared. And you know why he was prepared? Because he had been slaying lions, tigers, and bears all this time while he was out in the field. He was doing what he was assigned to do all this time. So when it was time to step up to Goliath, he was like, oh, this is nothing. Like, give me a rock. Give me a rock. Pass me a rock. Because he already knew what he was capable of, because he spent so much time preparing. And I'm literally preaching to myself right now. I'm getting like so many like aha moments right now for myself, because this is literally, I've been praying the same prayer over and over. God, just show me what you need me to do. Show me what you need me to do. And I feel like the switch has just come on, that like I've been doing so many things, but I tried to take what God told me to do and make it my version of it, instead of just doing what I was assigned to do. So with that being said, I actually have Bible study in about an hour and a half. But what I think I'm going to do, because I'm really feeling moved right now, I'm feeling convicted by my own words, I'm going to go get some gas. I'm going to drive over to like a Starbucks or something nearby to my Bible study. And I'm going to go ahead and do what God has told me to do, which is host the Bible studies. And I'm going to just host. It's not going to be a deep dive Bible study, because or maybe I can prepare in this time that I have. I was going to say it'll just be like a talk, but again, that's not what God told me to do. So, yeah, this was a very long rant, 10 minutes of me sitting here, but I need to go get gas and start making my way to my destination. And I'll check back in. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but I'll check back in and let you guys know how this goes.